Welcome to Beauty Mastermind TV, a bi-monthly TV series for hairdressers.
Our guest artist will share with you their knowledge of the best cutting, color, and styling techniques. Plus, give you the tips and tools you need to take your career to the next level. Learn why the top stylists are using the best quality tools from Japan, France, and Spain. Mizutani, YS Park, Ibiza Hair, Sunlight's Balayage, Ecru, New York, and more. Yes! Gain the confidence to become successful with the guys that hardly ever speak in front of large audiences. But when they do, wow!
Your host, Edwin Lombardi and Patrick Marchison.
Welcome everyone to Beauty Mastermind. And today my co-host, Patrick Marchison, we work together at the Salon. I work for Patrick. And we have a great topic, and that's about how to build a clientele without the help of a salon owner. That's a big difference. Doing it yourself or having a salon owner give you clients. When you build it yourself, you can work anywhere and never have to depend on someone to feed you clients. Because if you know how to do it yourself, you are set for life. What I did is I went to the Long Beach show, the ICE show, it's a big trade show, and I interviewed about 50 hairdressers, salon owners, hairdressers, platform artists, students. I asked them all the same question. When you first started out in the beauty industry, how did you get clients to the salon without spending money on advertising and from the help of a salon owner? And today that's what we're going to hear, is all the interviews. Now, at the end of this video, we're going to share a real life experience that how Patrick made an extra $10,000 this year by a simple technique that is so easy to do, and I know you can do it too. But before we get started, I do have to give credit to the PBA, which is the Professional Beauty Association, because they allowed me to go into the show and interview all these people. And you can also check out their website, probeauty.org, because they'll have lots of valuable information for everybody that's in the beauty business. So Patrick, you got anything you want to share?
Well, I think like just to follow up on what you just said, I think it's very important. There's two things I think that we need to really teach the new talent that is coming in the industry, and also some people that have been in the industry for a little bit. I think that there's two really main factors in the beauty industry, and especially in our industry with the hairstyling or makeup or nail industry, the cosmetology industry, I should say. I think there's two different things that are very important that you need to master. First, your skills. Very important. You need to be good at what you do. That's the number one thing, right? And I think that the second one that is as important, and maybe sometimes a little bit more, is the ability to create your own following, to really build your own clientele. So I think that it's great to have all those videos, Edwin, that you interviewed all those people, because it's going to give our guests a really good way of understanding how other people are doing it, and maybe you can pick and choose what you like and what you don't like and apply it to your own style. So let's go ahead and watch all those videos and comment on it later.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. When you first started doing hair, did you do anything to promote yourself without the help of the salon owner?
I did three things because I was very hungry. I went to trade school in high school, and so being a hairdresser was the only job I've ever had as an adult. So what I did was three things. I started developing a portfolio through working with different photographers and the modeling agencies, which led to working with department stores. So getting into the sort of fashion industry in my town, that gave me a lot of referrals. And then I did a referral program where if I handed out cards to the clients that I already had and said, if you send me 3 people, I'll give you a free haircut and I'll give them a discount. And it just snowballs from there. And then what I tried to do was come up with goals, like 1-year goals, immediate goals, and 5-year goals. I think it's really hard to have any kind of a marketing plan if you have no goals. You have to delineate the different things that you want to accomplish and develop timelines, or else you're just kind of stabbing in the dark.
Okay, Patrick, you take this one.
I think it was very valuable information. I really like how he brought up, the social media. I think it's very, very important. In our days, which we didn't have when we started. I mean, I started in the early 90s in the industry, and Facebook didn't exist, Instagram didn't exist, Twitter didn't exist. The web was just starting to be available to everybody. It was very, very new. But I mean, for the new talent that is starting, or even the existing talent, I know personally, if I can use myself as a quick example, I do have my professional Facebook page. I do have my professional Instagram page. Same thing with my Twitter account, and I use them all. It's very, very important to put yourself out there. And you know what? The great thing about all those social medias, those 3 main social medias that I just told you about, is that it's free. So the only thing you have to do is, and like this gentleman was talking about, building your own portfolio, document your work. If you do great, a great color or cut or updo, take pictures of it before and after. It's very easy in our days because you can do everything from your phone. So, use that. I think it's very important, and that's a great point.
Now, also adding to what you just said is, if you can do, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, that would be great. But I know, especially like for some of us older ones, where social media is a little bit harder. If anything, if it's confusing to you or you don't really get it, at least focus on one. Do a good job either with Facebook or Twitter, and instead of trying to capture all of them. But eventually, if you can get 2 or 3 or 4, the more avenues you have, the better it is.
Yeah, and also, can I add something real quick? I think if you go through, this avenue with the social media, I think if you want to be taken very seriously, you should not put personal stuff on your professional page. Personally, I have my personal Facebook, personal Instagram, and it's completely different than my professional. It's a different name. My professional Instagram, my professional Facebook page or Twitter account is a complete different verbiage. It's professional only. And I think that if you want to be taken seriously by your clientele or by your audience, it's very important that you do things in a different way that you would do your personal pages. So just a little trick out there. You don't have to do it. That's what I do, and I think it works. And for me, so if you can apply it to your personal and professional life, great. And I think it would be a good thing to be taken seriously.
Before you actually got clients, did you do anything to get a client to you?
I really believe that once I go out and I find my first client and I do maybe a free haircut, or I do different services and I just get them in the salon, maybe I'll style their hair for a special event for them. I really believe that when you go about it that way, they talk for you. They become your advertising, and then that's what brings clients into the salon for me. So it's like, go out and really, really work and inspire yourself to go out there and find people, get them in the salon, no matter how you can do it, whether it be doing a creative style on them to get their, to be able to kind of get their trust in you before you can go in and start cutting. And then once they see your hands and see your movement, then I think it really opens it up for them to be able to have that trust so you can do more, and then they can go out and promote you for you, so.
Edwin, I really like what Brian's topic was. I think it's very important, to, when you go out there and promote yourself, it's great, but also use your existing clients as referrals. It's very important when you're done with your clients. Personally, I do it all the time to pretty much all my new clients that are coming, that are locals, and they're very happy with their haircut or their hair color. I always give them about 5 business cards to hand out to whoever they want, so when they go out there and people compliment them on their hair, they're here in my purse, here's the hairstylist. So, give them 5 or 10 business cards and use them as advertisement. It's the easiest way.
My name is Jessica Swoboda, and I've been doing hair for 8 years, and I work at Referrals Salon in Palm Springs, California.
In the beginning, what did you do to promote yourself to get new clients without having to advertise?
I've always thought that it's really important to always look your best. going to the supermarket, going to the bank, whatever you have to do, even in your daily living. Because everywhere I go, people ask me, oh, your hair looks great. Who does your hair? And then that's a really great way to promote yourself, because you say, oh, well, in fact, I'm a stylist, and here's my card.
Yeah, I think your haircut looks really cute.
Now, out of all the interviews, this was my favorite interview, and I'll tell you why. What she basically said is, if you take the time to look good, do your hair and makeup before you leave the house, even on your day off, because I know it's so nice to just put on your sweats and put on a hat and just go do your errands, but take a few minutes to do your makeup, do your hair, if you want to dress up a little bit. So now when you go do your errands, you go to the bank, anywhere, it's so easy to strike up a conversation if you look good. If you're looking like a slob and you try to promote yourself, you have to really do some really good convincing, but when you look good automatically, it opens up conversation. Clients sometimes will ask you, where do you get your hair done? And you can say, well, I do hair, like she says. But as a professional hairdresser, you represent the industry, so you should look good.
Absolutely.
And you are judged by the way you look.
Absolutely.
I'm Mosey. I'm a beauty school student in San Diego, California, and I'm trying to specialize in hair and hair color.
Different direction.
Yeah. My name's Kat. We also from San Diego. We go to the same school. Always been kind of messing around with hair, and then decided to go. Now I'm just kind of starting my career.
5 minutes.
My name is Chris. I've been in Oceanside College of Beauty for 2 weeks, and I've been doing hair for a while, and I'm excited to pick this up as a career.
Can you, since you're not in the salon yet, do you do anything to promote yourself to get clients so you could practice or even make some money on the side?
Our school, we get clientele from our school, which also helps, and also they give us cards, and we have friends who like to get their hair done, and we do it at her house, and so yeah, we try. The biggest part of it, it's like our family's really supportive, so I do my mom's hair, my dad's hair, kind of all the friends' hair too. Otherwise, I've been online promoting, telling people I do hair, giving my number out. It's just really about getting yourself out there and being able to promote yourself really well.
When you say online, can you give me an example of what you do?
Just, the MySpaces and the Facebook, she just kind of make everyone aware that you are doing hair, sending people messages, telling them where you're doing it, giving them your number, just kind of like I said, getting yourself out there and letting everyone know that you are a hairdresser and that's what you're doing, just in case anyone else needs anything.
I like that idea. Because you guys have a look, does that attract attention where you can start a conversation about hair?
Definitely.
People usually assume that we're hairdressers or we are into that sort of thing because we have a certain look, because our hair is different, because we dress different. So usually people just automatically assume, then they ask it, then we can say, yeah, if you want to get your hair done, just let me know, give me your number, give me your card or anything, and it always seems to work out pretty well.
I really like those students. They look pretty cool. One thing that I thought was great is that they definitely had a look. So I'm sure anytime they meet someone, the person will ask them, what do you do? Because they are not the average person walking on the street. They have great color, haircuts, the way they dress. So having a look is really important. And I know not all of us are going to dress and do our color like them, but if you're conservative, you still can dress with a classic look, but you have to have some kind of look, or else if you just look average, they're just going to think you're an average hairdresser, and they might take your card, but in their mind they might be saying, well, I don't think I want him to or her to do my hair. So it's really important to have a look, whether it's classic or way off the top or artistic or whatever it is.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And also one of them was brought up the friends and family topic, and I think that's crucial. That's the basic. I think all your friends and your family members should be coming to you. Obviously, personally, my family's, obviously I do their hair for free. My friends, I do it for basically free, but they send me clients every single day. They go out there and, they say like, oh, go see my friend Patrick, or, I think that's very, very important. So make sure that all your friends and all your family members are coming to you. Give them a really, really good deal, but also at the same time, you know, they're gonna send you, you know, they're gonna spread your clients.
I work at the hair and nail studio in Lake Tahoe, California. Well, when I moved up to Tahoe, it was a whole different thing coming from Los Angeles, a much smaller town. So what I did was I joined my local Chamber of Commerce, and then I go to the local mixers, meet the business people, and I hand out my cards. So I'm constantly getting people in business that need my services.
And do you still do that now?
I still do that. You have to keep sowing and planting those seeds to get new customers. Because where I live is a resort town, and so people come and go all the time. And another thing I do is being in Lake Tahoe, I'm in the wedding business. So I joined a Lake Tahoe Wedding and Honeymoon Association. So I get a lot of those destination brides for my business as well.
I really like when the point that she mentioned when she said that you always have to plant those seeds. And that's so true, because this is reality. You will never keep 100% of your clients. You're always going to lose some clients here and there. It's the nature of our business. It's human nature. Some of your clients are going to move out of town. Some clients are going to go to another salon. Some clients are going to, you know, some people are struggling with money, you know, with the economy and all that. So they're going to go to maybe, you know, a more affordable hairstylist. I mean, whatever, you're never gonna keep all your clients. So it's very important to go out there and constantly try to, you know, get new business and new clients. And also I really like what she said about, you know, her specialty, like with weddings and all that. You know, this is, personally I can relate to that, because that's what I like to prefer. That's my preference. That's my specialty, quote unquote. I like to do, you know, weddings. So, you know, I went out there and created a really nice brochure with all my work that I've done on brides. And so I approach, you know, magazines that are specializing in that, or I approach wedding planners. You know, you send them their brochure so that way, you know, they can refer you, obviously in your own town. You know, because, you know, here, you know, in our town, we're in the Palm Springs area, so it's very seasonal, right? So if you have a specialty, put it out there, and, you know, you're gonna go and get some more clients.
And you have pictures of all your updos and stuff on your website.
Yeah, website, very, very, very important. I think, you know, it's so easy now to get a website. You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars. Some website you can even do yourself. They're pretty easy to do. Or if you know somebody, everybody knows somebody that, you know, knows how to do website. And it doesn't have to be super fancy. If you want to do it super fancy, that's cool, like beautymastermind.com, for example. But you know, you can do your own website and feature all your stuff, and you know, make some stickers and put it on your car, you know, and advertise your website. It doesn't have to be crazy out there, just your website. And make sure that you also put it on your business card or on your brochures. You know, all your social medias, you know, very important, because it's easy and people go there and you can do it on your phone.
I've been a stylist for about 10 years, do a lot of color, and really now more into education.
So can you give us any suggestions on how you got started in the business to build a clientele?
Sure. Actually, what I did was, because I was really trying to get those walk-ins, I really concentrated on finding people that I just saw out on the street, and I had a handful of business cards, said, I'd love to do your hair. You know, why don't you come in, let me take a look at it, and we can see what we can do. But it was all about really kind of getting out there and hustling and not being afraid and just taking that chance and really kind of, you know, putting yourself out there and risking the, you know, being denied. But for the most part, it worked out pretty well in my favor. And I started getting more and more. And then, of course, pre-booking afterward to really make sure that you retain those clients is always the best way to go.
So when you started going to all those people, did anybody ever like reject you or say no?
You know, yeah, but there was also, you kind of started to know who to start to ask. You saw the people that are a little bit more polished, but you liked what they had, but you know you could do it a little bit better. So what I would do is just basically approach them really non-confrontational, compliment, and then go from there and just tell them, hey, I really like what you're doing. I'd love to have a crack at your hair sometime. Why don't you go ahead and give me a call and let's set that up. And you know, if you send out 10 cards, you get 2 back. That's not a bad deal, you know.
Okay, now what I like about this interview is, yes, you will get some kind of rejection, but most people are nice. They're not going to say no to you. They'll probably just take your card and say, okay, thanks. But you have to know that if you gave out 10 or 20 cards, maybe you might get one customer. You're not going to get 10 customers back. So you might feel like your work, you're doing a lot of work and you might not see results. But that's how life is. Not everyone's going to flock to you unless you are someone already famous with a great reputation. So don't give up. And also what I liked is that don't be scared to talk to someone. Just open your mouth. If there's an opportunity, take it. Give a compliment. Because if you keep your mouth quiet, someone else is going to give a card and you're going to miss out on an opportunity.
Yeah, totally. I really liked his verbiage when he said, when you approach the lady and he's like, I want to take a crack at your hair. I thought it was great. And it's so true, it's so true. It's like the dating scene a little bit, right? Like the worst that she can say is no, right? So when you ask a girl out, the worst thing that she can say is no. So same thing when you approach your clients, like go out there. And I think being humble is very important. You can go there, be short and sweet. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to give a full-on consultation. And even, obviously they're going to another hairstylist at the moment, but you know what? Still give them your card. Say, hey, you know what? If something comes up, here's my card. You know what? What you put out there, and you give your card and you walk away. If you're really humble and true, those people will keep your card and they won't maybe come, in the next few weeks or next few months, but you never know what happens in the future. Sometimes they get tired of their regular hairstylist and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy or that girl who approached me. Let me see if I can find, his card or her card. So, be out there and don't be scared.
I'm a co-owner of Sterling Salon and Spa in Studio City, California, and I've been a hairdresser for 25 years.
What did you do in the beginning to promote yourself without the help of a salon owner?
Well, as a stylist coming up, what I used to do is I would give myself 5 business cards with my name on it, give them to clients that were very excited about the hair, because the clients that are going to promote you are the ones that are going to be most excited about your work. So you want to make sure those ones that are really happy, give them the card and say, if 5 of these come back to me, you get your haircut for free. Giving away services doesn't mean giving it away. Just make sure that you're investing in your future by showing your work and it comes back to you.
Now that you're a salon owner, do you have any other advice for the young ones that are starting out?
My advice for young hairdressers starting out, don't rely on the salon owner to build you, because they have a lot of other things to do. They're going to benefit from you being a part of their salon. So show interest. Social networking sites like MySpace and Facebook are great. Get integrated into your clients' lives, and when they see your name on their friends' spots, comment on their hair, and you never know. There's people always looking for hairdressers.
Now, Javier really brought a good point there. Do not rely on the salon owner to feed you clients. Yes, at the salon, we do it on a daily basis, but that's not all. Don't get comfortable with the minimum. Always go out there and set yourself goals and say, okay, this week, I'm gonna try to generate, X amount of new clients. And I think that, having a goal is very important. And those were great points.
What did you do to promote yourself in the salon without the help of the salon owner?
Wow, that's a great question. I remember there were a couple things I did. Whenever I went to a restaurant, my mother was a hairdresser, so my mother always would help me. Whenever we'd be in a restaurant, she'd always make sure that I stuck my card inside of the menu or the booklet you paid for. He'd always stick your card in there with the tip and said, please come see me. I thought you were awesome. Get a free haircut with Renee Antonio. Things like that. Always your nail techs at like the little nail salons that people go to. They're not making a lot of money right now, so they love the help. You do their hair for free. The first place they're doing pedicures, their heads are down. So people are looking at them. If their hair's done nicely, they will actually promote you. Hey, you go see Renee. He does my hair for free, and hand you a card. Hand them a card.
So, How long have you been doing hair?
I've been doing hair for 15 years now.
And do you still have any of those clients that you first started doing in the beginning?
I still have a client who came to me in beauty school, oddly enough. She was my very first client, and I still have her.
I like what Renee said about going into nail salons, because a lot of nail salons, that's all they do is nails. So they might have 15, 20 manicurists in there who see a lot of women.
Yeah.
So why not walk into one salon, ask to speak to the manager, and say, hey, I'm a hairdresser, I work down the street. I would like to do your employees' haircuts and colors for free or for a small fee or whatever you decide. But in return, if any of your clients ask them who does your hair, they can refer me and have some of my cards.
Yeah. And you can also, you know, like, you don't have to limit yourself to only one. You can have the entire place say, hey, you know, if everybody from your shop comes to my shop, I'll give you guys, I don't know, 50% off, but, you know, I'd like to have, you know, by the front desk, a place where I can put my brochure, my business cards, or you guys, you know, send me the clients. So it's a way of, you know, referring. And you know, if you know, in our for example, in our salon, we have the nails in our salon, so you know, we send business back and forth. Same thing with makeup. You know, go to the MAC counter close to your in your area, and same thing. You know, I mean, it's a great brand, and it's in the fashion industry, and I think hair, nails, makeup goes together. So you know, go to the MAC store and you know, hand out your cards or do their hair for, you know, again, you know, 50% off, for example. And those people will refer you new clients.
That was great.
Yes, it was really fun. I learned a lot.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about what Patrick did to get an extra $10,000 this past year from a simple technique that you guys could do yourself. Why don't you go ahead and share your story?
I mean, it's very simple, and something that, you know, probably a lot of you out there are gonna you know, relate to. You know, for example, I mean, all those little things that we talked about earlier with those videos, my personal experience was, I went from, I go to a normal gym, right? I used to go to a normal gym, and I changed, and I'm now going to a CrossFit gym, which is much more social because it's classes, so you have to, you know, interact with a lot of people. And I just, you know, started handing out my cards and talking about what I do, and it's local. It's next to my salon. Actually, it's like a block away, the CrossFit gym that I go to. So it's very easy to, you know, hand out my cards and say, hey, you know, my shop is right across the street. And I started by having just 2 or 3 people coming, and when they come to the salon and get their hair done, they check in on Facebook. And they log in, you know, on my salon's page. So and then next thing you know, all their contacts are looking and seeing that, oh yeah, she's going to Patrick, and then, you know, that's how it just starts spreading. And now pretty much all the members are coming to me at the salon, became my clients, and are sending me a lot of new business. So that's another example of things that you can do. You know, you can do it at your gym, or if you go to CrossFit or whatever you're doing, you know, yoga, same thing. You know, a lot of people do yoga, dance classes, everything that you can, you know, use it and give your cards.
Now, this is a topic for another video, but it's about the lifetime value of a client. So, like, for example, you get one client in, you get a girl with long hair, you do highlights. She probably has it done 3 to 4 times a year. So she, just on her color alone, she's probably, you know, you're probably making $500–600 just from the color, not including her trims. Okay, now, if you have 5 girls if you have one girl who's spending $500 in a year, and let's say you probably got 20 clients from the gym. So 10 clients would be $5,000, 20, about $10,000. So in 1 year, from all those repeat visits, you probably made an extra $10,000. You know, I'm sure you got to pay your bills and all that. You don't get to keep it all, but that's an extra to what you were already doing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great way to look at it. I think everybody should start thinking like this. You know, I know you consider yourself as an artist, but you also have to have a business sense to what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I have a client that came from CrossFit by herself. I did her hair. She loved it, and she sent me her 2 sisters and her mom. And after that, the brother came later on, and then the dad came. So basically, the entire family now is coming from only that one person that I met at CrossFit. So, I mean, that's 5 clients out of only 1 client. And I do that to all my clients. You know, always when you have a client coming, say, hey, you know, have your husband come to me, you know, or have your sister or your neighbors, or, you know, just tell them like, hey, you know, here's my business card. And it's so easy when you do, like I said at the beginning, when you do good work, then after that, it's easy to promote yourself.
So that's it. So what's next?
I don't know. You tell me what's next on this new website here.
Well, it's social media time, and we're going to introduce my friend Anthony from 10 Second Songs. I asked him, hey, can you create a song for me? And so here goes.
I love that part.
Just click subscribe. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. Beauty Mastermind.
I like that.
Yeah.
But now on a serious note, now that this video is over, if you look at the bottom, leave a comment on the page here. Share this video. If you're watching this from Facebook, YouTube, Hairbrained, share this with a friend. And in 3 more days, keep an eye out on your email box, because I'll be sending you part 2 of this video. And in the next video, we have the Sebastian team, Wella, TG, and you're on it too.
Yeah.
Before we really knew each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Edwin and Patrick signing out, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.